Hey guys, it's Alex, All Day Cards. Popping on to show off some pickups, kind of like it's pretty much my pickups for the summer, I think. This is probably more like, might be 2 months, I guess. So yeah, summertime, pretty pickups, pretty much, which is kind of wrapping up, right? Schools go back and, I don't know, teachers go back in like 2 weeks here. So schools start a week or so after that. So three or so weeks till yeah, school starts here at least in Maryland. But yeah, thought I'd show off some. I got some cool stuff. I think mostly vintage type stuff. I guess I'll start off with this background photo is it's a premium, I guess you would call it, or just a photo. It's a Rawlings 64 through 66 was when they were distributed, I guess. So Rawlings had a model of glove that they called the Big Eight. So it wasn't any particular player. It was just called the Big Eight. Was what the glove was called, and it came in a box that had it came with 8 cards that you would cut off the package on the back. I believe is what I was looking into it as I was checking out these photos. But so there were cards on the back. I think you cut out. So that, and then these photos came inside the box, so you got a set of 8 photos. So it's 8 players, just kind of random players. Mickey Mantle is one of them though, and I forget who the other guys are, but Brooks is one. I hadn't really, I think a graded one popped up, and I hadn't really seen this before, so I didn't really want a graded one because it was like $100 or something, just way more than I wanted to spend on something like this. But it was just a kind of a unique photo that I hadn't really seen much. And I like kind of obscure Brooks Robinson stuff. So, yeah, I kind of did a little searching and stuff and found one for a reasonable price that was in pretty good shape. And yeah, so that's a photo from inside a Rawlings glove that they made, I guess, 64 through 66. So kind of an interesting kind of oddball, so to speak, item, which I don't use that word as I think oddball is perfectly fine to call cards, really. It's my favorite stuff, to be honest. But so speaking of some of my favorite stuff, Redman cards. I got a couple. So one of my goals is to get one Hall of Fame Redman tobacco card of all the Hall of Famers that came out in the Redman set. So they made them for however many years they made them. I just want to get one example of a Redman of all the Hall of Famers that they made. So I didn't have a Nellie Fox, so this is a 53. Actually, I got 2 of them today, and they're both 53. So Nellie Fox was one I didn't have. This is a pretty nice example. So I always get them with the tab, and just generally lower grade to mid grade. But this is a 4. It looks super nice. Yeah, really nice copy. The backs are pretty much all the same. But yeah, this is a nice clean one. And it was, reasonably priced. Put him right there. And then I got another one that I've been kind of trying to find the right one. This Early Win has a couple Redman cards. They put him in it in a couple years. So I just wanted to get one of them. And they vary the colors in the background each year. Yeah, so he has another one that I think has a red background or whatever. I really wanted the yellow one. I just think it looks cool. But yeah, so I got 53 Early Win, which I was holding out for a nice yellow background one that wasn't a nice, just affordable grade for me. It's a 3.5. It looks super nice. No creases or anything. And again, the backs are pretty much all the same. But yeah, so a couple really nice Redman Hall of Famers that, get that there without too much glare. Still a little bit, but alrighty. So just a couple more. What do we got? 4 more actually. Let's see, this is one I thought was pretty cool. 77 Venezuelan stickers. So these are fairly scarce, I guess. I don't know. There's not a ton of them. The Venezuelan version. So looks like the 77. I'm kind of working on there's the cloth stickers and the regular tops, and then the Venezuelan, and then the O-Pee-Chee also. I'm working on getting all the Jim Palmers. I think I need the O-Pee-Chee still, but this one I'd been kind of trying to find. The backs are always ripped up. This one actually has pieces of like what would have been on the page, actually, because it has the number of the card, which these are blank backs, so that it shouldn't really have anything on it, but you can see the number, and then you can kind of see some of the text that was on the page that kind of pulled up and stuck to this card, because yeah, 160 actually has a number on the front, so then I guess you would just match it up. It had the number in the album too. Everybody knows these all went in albums in the Venezuela. You know, for some reason, the Venezuelans are all about putting them in the albums, but it's a one. It's pretty rough because of all that, but it looks pretty nice. It's actually not. Looks super nice on the front. It's not ripped up or creased up or anything. So yeah, got the cool, and it was relatively inexpensive. Sometimes those are listed for a lot. I guess they're in a little better shape, but here's one that's not in good shape. But yeah, check this one out. This is a 1923 W515. So I just wanted an example of a card from this set, and I've been looking at different players, and this just kind of came up when I was looking at other stuff. It's Ed Rommel. So it's a strip card. It's from the W515. It's a cool set. It's a pretty reasonably priced set. You can get decent players for not a ton of money. And then these cool little illustrations that have some nice color. This one does not, because it's absolutely destroyed. It's cool. You can even see like there's like dirt or something coming off inside. So this is a CSG slab, which I don't have any CSG cards, but it was super cheap. So I was like, I just wanted to have an example of the set. So I looked this, and I thought the image was like pretty good. And I thought, I mean, for being like the roughest card you've ever seen, pretty much, it actually doesn't look so bad, you know? So I thought it was kind of cool. So, and I looked this guy up, Ed Rommel. I looked him up a while ago. I kind of forgot a lot of it, but he pitched. He was in like kind of the same rotation as Lefty Grove, so on the A's. So he was the Philadelphia Athletics. So like Connie Mack with Lefty Grove, and then I don't know. I probably should have re-googled him before I made this video, but he was actually a pretty good pitcher. I could have swore it said he had at least one 20-game winning season. Again, I should have rechecked the facts on him, but yeah. So I don't know. He just kind of sounded like a halfway decent player, and yeah, this was. I got it because it was like I literally got it shipped to my door for like $19. It was like $14 with some shipping, and it was like I normally wouldn't want just some random dude in a CSG slab, like I don't know, whatever. Oh, it has some writing on the back, 301. So somebody wrote 301. I don't know what that would correspond to, but because it was, it says number 5, so I don't know what 301 would have been, but maybe it's yeah, who knows? Somebody counting their cards, or who knows? But yeah, I just thought it was cool. Just to have an example of the set. So Ed Rommel, pitcher on the Athletics, and actually halfway decent for, yeah, like I said, $19. I was like, I have to buy that card just because it's just cool. Got 2 more really cool ones, guys. Yeah, checking my time. Here's one I've been waiting on too. Trying to find a centered one. Sometimes I care about centering more than others. It depends on the card. Yeah, pretty much that's it. It depends on the card. Sometimes I don't care. Sometimes I want it to be centered. This was one I really wanted to be centered. I really love the image. So it's a 51 Larry Doby. Yeah, pretty much it looks dead centered to me. I don't know. Maybe, I guess it's not perfect, but I don't know. Looks pretty good to me. It doesn't have any creases or anything. It's just super nice. It's a 3, but yeah, a really nice one. It doesn't even have really any of the wax on the back, which I don't mind wax on the back of my Bowmans. I've talked about that in a bunch of my videos, but this one really doesn't even have it. So yeah, I was this is a card that, you know, there's plenty of them out there, and I was just really, I've been looking for, you know, the right copy for the right price type of thing for quite a while. So got the 51 Larry Doby. I just wanted a nice Larry Doby. I really like this image. Normally I actually like the 50s more. I like the kind of the smaller size cards, but I like the 51s just as well, really. But I just thought this pose being like so kind of a vertical composition with the image within the frame kind of just lend itself for the larger size card for in the 51. So yeah, I love this card. This card's awesome. It's so nice looking. Like, it's like such a nice card. Like, yeah, I don't know. This card, again, just a good example of like kind of having some patience when you're looking for cards, because there's always cards, right? Unless it's super rare, which actually, here's one, is kind of one, there's the opposite of patience. This was kind of like an impulse buy. This is my last one, guys. So 55 Topps double headers. So I never had any of these. You know, what I mean to say is this is the first card of this set that I've ever had, and I have kind of become a little bit of a type collector recently. Like, just trying to get examples from different sets, I think, is cool, and generally trying to get examples of players that are, you know, Hall of Famers or good players, you know. And Warren Spahn's a guy that I definitely collect. I have, honestly, most of his cards. And this is one I didn't have, and you don't see a ton of. And sometimes they're kind of, like, nicer condition and kind of expensive, actually. Because there aren't a ton of them. I forget what the pop is. I looked it up. It's fairly low. I want to say it was only, like, 20-something, but I might be wrong. I forget. The pop for PSA, that is. I just, you know, just to kind of see the general population getting an idea. But anyhow, love the image. I think this set's super cool. I like the illustrations. I just like, you know, they all have like stadium scenery behind them, and yeah, I like the like kind of tall format. And then, you know, it's a flip over type of joint. So got Tom Brewer on the other side, and then you got your stats kind of split down the middle. But yeah, I've never had one of these. I was, like I said, this was kind of an impulse buy. It popped up, and it was, I guess, you know, like I said, if it's things you don't see too much, there certainly have been a few that I wish I had not hesitated on, and this was one I was like, yeah, I'm gonna snag that one. So it was a reasonable price, and it just looks super nice. Like I said, for the grade or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, nice looking copy. So super cool one there. But that's my stuff, guys. That's what I've got in the past couple months, probably. Yeah, hope everybody's had a good summer. Getting ready for back to school. I've been watching all the national videos, and that's pretty fun. I'm still pretty psyched. I'm picking up interesting, mostly vintage things these days. So yeah, keep on keeping on. Go O's, I guess. They've totally, God, they had a halfway decent run for a minute there, but it's not so great looking. Maybe next year, as they say. They gotta sign some players or figure some stuff out, but yeah. Yeah, happy summer, guys. Let me know what you think. Take it easy. Bye.